Okay, so hey everybody, we're doing questions today because we're driving up.
That was the worst intro ever.
First guy, EMJRCXLL wants to know, how well do you say you guys play together? How long have you all known each other or been playing Airsoft? Yeah, we've known Anthony. Renfrew and Carson have known Anthony for 3 years, and then we just got to know Spec.
Like maybe 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Yeah, I mean, really got to know him. The first time we met him was at Hot Shots.
Like a year.
Yeah, a year ago. We still had the SMG8.
Spec or Tyler's the one who introduced us to the Vulcan.
Yeah.
When I first saw your gun, I didn't see your cord. I thought it was just normal AEG. And you plugged it in, and I was like, is that a Polar Star? And you're like, no, it's a Vulcan. I was like, what the heck?
Let's see. Psychotic Hyper wants to know, you guys seem chill. What do you guys do for a living? And are all of you guys coming? Well, obviously not all of us are coming because there's only 5 of us. What do you guys do for a living?
A job now, so I can answer this question. I work at a kayak rental company. Going places. Hashtag going places.
What's the name of the kayak renting place?
No idea.
He doesn't even know the name of it.
I don't know.
But if you want a free kayak ride,
Spec's only job is at Hot Shots. He's a ref at Hot Shots. Carson doesn't do anything. He's a freaking freeloader. And Renfield and me, we work at Hot Shots, and we also work for our dad. We own a vacation home rental company, and we basically rent out houses for short periods of time for people that are going on vacation. Gavin_Airsoft02.
I know that kid. He likes all my photos.
Oh. I was wondering what settings you run on your FCUs. Thanks.
For the best Optimum that I found is muzzle forward timing is 10 milliseconds.
And then nozzle back is like what?
No, nozzle back timing is 15 milliseconds. And then we set our 12 for only 2 milliseconds. And then our round of fire we set for 25 rounds per second.
Speedsoft Junkie, he's got a really cool photo here. When I edit it, I'll show you guys. How does a team like you guys expect to compete in popularity with teams around the country? With the TAPP blade coming out, it would probably be, we probably have gained a lot more popularity through that, just because people are always taking their friends.
We're really popular on the East Coast, but then on the West Coast, I mean,
Obviously we don't know.
we don't really get a lot of feedback from people over there.
Asking Nick with 2 Ks.
Hey, I know him. I love you, Nick.
Yeah, he wants to know, has Mikhail always been such a loser?
Yes.
Yes.
We really wanted him on our team because have you guys seen Misha play? He's actually pretty good.
Just Hayden, how long did it take for your team to develop into what it is now?
2014, October 2014.
So we've only been around for like less than a year.
Less than a year.
Towards the beginning, we were just doing recruiting. We weren't really doing anything like the tournaments that we do now.
Designing our products and everything.
Designing products, all that stuff we've never done until a couple months ago. This is John Triad. He wants to know where we're located and if we have any chapters of the team anywhere else.
We have 2 representatives down in Miami and 2 up in Orlando.
We play primarily at Miami and Hot Shots, which is in Loxahatchee or West Palm Beach. Yeah, we don't have anybody out of state right now. Really, the people that we want to recruit, we want to know, and then we want to be able to keep up with them. F_skeptic wants to know, I was wondering how you guys get the money for Airsoft. All of my money I've gotten from my dad. Because I work for my dad.
One tip, do your research before you buy something.
Definitely.
Make sure you do your research and make sure you take care of it.
Okay, Max Garcia .19 wants to know, how did the name TAPP come to be? What came first, TAPP Milsim or TAPP Speedsoft?
The name TAPP came around because our cousin up in Oregon, he owns a company,
TAPP Tactical.
TAPP Tactical. His original meaning was Tactically Advanced Personal Protection.
When we started out, we never actually did like the full-on Milsim with like the brain buckets.
When we first started out, there really wasn't a difference.
Yeah, there wasn't really a difference.
Nobody really knew about the Speedsoft.
We didn't even wear dyes. We just wore lighter gear. The first time we went down to Miami, we saw all these little kids, and then Anthony was like, "Dude, that's a Speedsofter." I was like, "What the heck is a Speedsofter?" It's like all you do is just you basically wear less stuff. All you wear is a dumb pouch, and you carry your pistol and a couple mags. So then Paragon came along. They wore dyes and they did the Speed QB. They had team shirts and it just looked freaking awesome. But we didn't really know what we were going to do about the other team. Ref and me actually went through this like 4-hour long argument on whether we should kick out every single Milsim player and then just make it purely Speed QB. Misha calls us up and Misha's like, hey, how about we do this? We separate it into 2 divisions and we'll call it TAPP Speed QB and TAPP Milsim. Okay. Next question, Connor Giddy, hey, from our home field, wants to know, what are the pros and cons of Speedsoft?
Pros, badass, kill everyone, savage, mate. Cons, too much bitches.
Yeah. TAPP John Vist, one of the members up in Orlando, wants to know, how many guns do you own?
Both your Vulcans, MP7, MAC-10.
Because we fixed it. Oh yeah, then the Breacher.
I have a Crytek CRB, TMI Kappa, and most OP sprayer from Onsen.
What do you think about Milsim?
Milsim looks like tons of fun when you do it right.
Trance Young wants to know, what are your personal thoughts on the V12, GoPro or Contour? How do you like the K-Tech amps? First of all, K-Tech amps are OP. Contours are way easier to manipulate because it's just on and off. And then that's all you have to worry about.
And it's so much smaller, and it's just less awkward to have on.
In the GoPro, you can choose so many different settings, but then you have to always walk up to someone like, is it on?
Like if you're strictly doing gameplay of Airsoft, and you just want to get out on the field and play, don't have to worry about like all that other stuff, then I would go with the Contour. But I mean, if you're a single person and you have a life, then you're gonna want to get the GoPro because you can do more with it.
Last question, what are your personal thoughts on the V12? Yeah, the V12 is pretty freaking awesome. The trigger is proprietary, the gearbox is proprietary. So far, the only thing that we've found compatible with the Vulcan, with Polar Star, is the Pop-It. So the nozzle is proprietary also. And the Vulcan only uses a battery when you actually pull the trigger to fire a BB or in programming.
Yeah, instead of constantly on.
So taking out of safety in terms of
yeah, no, but it just makes one little blinky. And then
but only when you pull the trigger does it actually engage.
You could keep your gun on semi overnight and it wouldn't use up any battery. Ethan Isco wants to know, what year did you guys start playing and how much money do you think you put into the sport?
Ours was 12. We were like 15.
Yeah, okay, we were probably 15. First set of guns we bought was $1,000, which was 3 G36s. I bought the total of 3 SMG8s, and each one was $150. Then we bought 2 Vulcans, and each Vulcan was $500.
How much we put in?
Yeah, then we bought all the accessories.
So like 500.
Yeah, so 500.
The Mac 11, that was only like $40 though. The Preacher was like 300.
I say 8,000.
Yeah,
8,000. 8,000.
Okay, Soft the Speed wants to know, what modifications would I have to do to be able to use a TAPP blade in a Crytek? Because the Crytek uses normal connections, normal trigger connections, rather than a MOS micro switch, you're going to have a problem there already because it's going to require you to pull the trigger all the way before you can reset it. So it's got to go all the way back and all the way forward before it completely resets. So what you'd have to do then is you'd have to put a micro switch into the gun. You could already hook up the micro switch to the MOSFET that's in the Crytek. And you'd have to remove the trigger guard. You'd want to use an 11.1 volt just so that you can shoot fast enough so that if you actually do walk the trigger, it would actually reset fast enough. So you might want to chrono it and make sure that you can shoot over 30 rounds per second before you install a micro switch and a TAPP blade.
Okay, hey guys, we're back. We're going to be doing, we said we were going to do a giveaway, and we're giving away to 2 people. First person that is going to be winning the gold blade. So that person, if you are watching this, then you have to DM us on Instagram or message us through an email. And that person is IAM_JRCXLL. Congratulations, you won. This was all a random score, by the way. Got everybody's names and we put them into a random number generator and we generated it. So he actually generated number 1. So congratulations, you won the stainless steel gold blade. The second person to win a trigger is Speedsoft Junkie. Congratulations, you won a plastic blade of your color. DM us or message us through email to let us know which one you want. Nobody asked any questions about the TAPP blades, so we're going to be answering them here because I'm pretty sure that some people would like to know. This is the first prototype that we have inside a Vulcan V12. On semi, it's pretty fun. And then full auto, we haven't had a problem with the blades breaking. I have had one guy message me telling me that his blade, the tail broke. The newer ones will have a reinforced tail so that we shouldn't have that problem anymore. And they're going to be pre-shimmed, so you won't have to pre-shim your blades if you don't want to.
There hasn't been that many shooting videos of the blade, so we're gonna show you how it operates.
Some people's fields they have to have a trigger guard, so we'll be designing a trigger guard that will be big enough to cover the TAPP blade. We will also be designing a smaller blade where it's going to be 2 fingers worth, and then an even smaller one where it's going to be 1 finger's worth. So you can choose what size you want for that kind of trigger.
We'll see all you guys on the next one. We're probably going to be doing some reviews. Hopefully we'll be uploading more stuff to our YouTube channel besides montages. This will actually be our first different thing.
Yeah,
That's a lot of montages.
We've been only doing montages.
Keep rushing, keep slinging BBs, and we'll see you guys on the field.